Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy K Dre. No, we gotta come back harder than that. Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy K Dre, and today, man, it's crazy because we're almost about to be entering to a new year, and fuck, I don't even know what to say, man. It's crazy. I guess how I want to start it out is like this first channel that I remade from the past history. I wanted to go ahead and start a new chapter and get out of my comfort zone. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now, but I have to get the creative juice going. So here we go. Yeah. So a lot of things has been going on. Well, number one, I would say is I moved to Texas. 2022, I moved to Texas. And it's really crazy because I didn't think they would actually manifest, you know what I'm saying? Like it was always such a, in the air, you know. My parents were talking about moving, friends, I hear it all the time. We were always growing up talking about we're gonna move, but then we never moved because based off of whether it was finance or a situation or just something that happened. Then next thing you know, like I decided to like go out my comfort zone and just like move to Texas, you know, like of course, you know, got behind a lot of things because, you know, you're trying to do something that's completely not ordinary as far as everyday routine and trying to figure all that out as far as getting the place situated, getting a job, getting income coming in. And so, but I hear and I'm hitting the one piece, right? So it's really cool to see you put it down on the list and say, this is what I want to do at this time and I want to move out, and you move to another state and you don't know who's there, you don't know anything about the state, you don't know where you're going, you just go. And it was a really cool experience. I learned a lot. I got out of my comfort zone. I pushed myself. Primarily, the reason why I did move was to push myself, was to get out of my comfort zone. I have so much more to learn, so much more. Like, you know, and that's what makes the journey so fun is the fact of actually continuing to get out your comfort zone and understanding that once you get into a new level of graduation, that there's another level to unlock. And that might scare us sometimes. And I know for a fact sometimes it scares me, but those point of fears or direction as well as what we should actually dive into to allow ourselves to grow even more. And so every day there's something new, something I knew that I always pay attention to, and I try to figure out like, you know, what am I doing that's keeping me from not going to the next level, not letting me to achieve my dreams? What's holding me back? You know, what are these false narratives and things in my mind that tells me these false voices that tells me that hey, you know, you can't do this because of that, or a limited belief. And I have to remind myself, and I'm sure that y'all have these situations, where you have to remind yourself that like those are not your voices and those are not this those seeds were planted from someone else or another source. And those are not your voice because your own voice wouldn't do something as far as discouragement and self-harm to you. You know, I would say it might appear that it was a family member that care about you, you know, care about you and don't want to see you hurt yourself or get in a position where you're struggling, whatever. But that's the case of life is you have to get out here and learn. And sometimes you'll, in order to learn to walk, you have to crawl and before you, and after that, then you're end up standing up and fall a couple of times because you want to walk. But after that, you start walking. And it's the same thing with riding a bike and so on. So I think that this is I did a lot of things, man. Looking back and reviewing, like I said, we got like a few hours before the New Year's. Looking back and reviewing from what I've done from the beginning all the way to the end of this year, I did a lot. I learned a lot. I chose to go do different jobs. It's gonna get me out of my comfort zone. And I'll explain those for another videos. But I just wanted to get out of my comfort zone and learn a lot and challenge myself to do things that I've never done before. Put myself in a position where I was uncomfortable a lot of times. And there's still times where I found that there's more room for me to grow in these areas, especially just in general, as far as just following that compass that says, "Hey, I want to keep doing the same thing, but I know that something's pulling me in this direction to do something else different and to push me to doing something that's completely out of my comfort zone, so that way I can expand as a person and perspective wise as well, expanding my horizon." So, man, I'm only excited about 2023, and one thing that I want to tell myself for the future is I don't want to stop. I want to grind and I want to make it on YouTube. This is a must. This is not an option. It's not. I've been want to do YouTube since years. Ever since I found YouTube, found out, and I was watching tutorials, you know, and then later on I started following more content creators, and I started realizing like, yo, you can actually make a living on here, not just as far as like money situation, but because let's be honest, like you can do anything, be rich, and it's not as far as the money, but it's about able to do what you want to do, express yourself. And I've always fell in love with the process of seeing other content creators and how they enjoy creating content and showing that experience. It's an experience that I always belong and wanted, And I think that 2023 is going to be my time where I'm able to be able to see some tremendous progress. Doesn't matter. Personally for me, uh, tremendous progress that I'll be happy with because I want to stay consistent with YouTube. That was just a small glimpse of just what's going on in my head. A lot of things I'm going to break down, but this video specifically for me was to really look back from 2022 to however years go forward, where I'm going to be at. And I want to document every single day. Every single day, some form, fashion, I want to start documenting. Why? Because I feel like that's something that I've been missing is documenting. And that's what I need to do. I think that's the next stage for me is to document so I can not only show myself, but I can also show people the point in my life or where I'm at and also where my mind is at, And I think that that's one of the most important things for anybody if you're watching this, not just me, but if you feel like you don't have the voice to teach anybody anything or to be influential or anything that you might feel as far as word out, looking into just your life and just document. We have cameras, we have microphones. You can do, if you're scared and shy to get in front of a video, you can just voice memo, And eventually you'll get to a point where you got your comfort zone being in front of the camera. But I think that this is a very important thing that I think gets overlooked a lot of times is the key component to our journey in general and what's going to make us happy looking back and see us being in the moment is documenting the process. And there's no cheating it. It's no cheating, documenting the process and being a part of that, the journey itself. So this whole channel that I've accumulated, I've had troubles figuring out what I want to do with it. But I'm going to let you know straight up, it's going to just be me. It's going to be me bringing value at the same time. Talk about things that's on my mind. Talk about things that can help creatives, also as well as inspiration, motivation. self growth, and definitely music. I've always grew around music, and you're gonna know a lot about me because, like I said, I'm going to document this stuff, and it's time, man. Appreciate y'all for checking it out, man. If this really was a video for me, but it's also for a video for you because I want anybody, including myself, to go back to this video and be inspired and see how much we all grow. I see y'all in 2023, and I see y'all many years later. Peace.